Hey everyone, welcome back to Kalay Plants. It's me again, Mark. Today, we're back with another unboxing. We have another plant haul to open up. So I recently got this package. Actually, I got this package today. And this is from Clyde Succulents from Benguet, from the Highlands. So they're another propagator of succulents over there. So let's just open this package. Okay, I got my handy pocket knife to open our package. Okay, see here. Yes. Okay, so here it is. Let's just take this out. So these are large, very large succulents. Yes, when they post succulents, sometimes they look small, but when you buy them, they come really large. So that's really a nice surprise. What's really sad is if they post it as a big size succulent, but then it arrives as a small one. So sometimes photos are misleading. Okay, and we also have another free succulent here. Okay, that's really nice, very thoughtful of them. Actually, it was my first time buying from them. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Let's start with this one. It's kind of mushy in some parts, but overall it's okay. I think this is Echeveria noble. Yes, red noble. It's another variety of Echeveria that is more on the reddish side, more on the reddish color. So really nice, really nice. And that's a nice medium size Echeveria. On to the next. Not sure if I ordered this. I don't think I did. But we have another variegated barbecue crassula right here. Okay, so it's kind of dry, really dry, but I like the variegation. Okay, we already have this plant, so I don't know. I don't think I ordered this one. So I think it's another free succulent. Really nice. It's really dry, yeah, and my other crassulas that I've recently replanted, I think they're reestablishing. You know, our variegated barbecue, that one is not doing good, so we repotted it. And yes, and this is another nice one that I'm gonna try for the first time. Really nice. Okay, look at that. Looks like poop. Okay, but that is, I think, an Anacampseros or an Adromiscus, but I think it's an Anacampseros. So it's really nice. It has dark colors. It has these really thick leaves. Now, currently my Adromiscus is not doing well either, so I think that I'm gonna be putting them under the greenhouse with more filtered light because they're not doing well. So sometimes when I have succulents that are not taking the heat well, I will bring them lower at the greenhouse so that they will be closer to the ground. It will be much more cooler. So maybe you can do that with your struggling succulents. Don't put them up high, put them somewhere lower. And this is another one that I bought several times and I've killed. I've had this plant several times ago, and it's taking me this long to buy another one because I know that I really need to check my potting mix, check my care habits before I buy this again, because this is a very difficult plant to grow. This is our variegated Sedum rubrotinctum, or the Sedum rubrotinctum Aurora, and it's dropping leaves currently. But this one, even though if it's not stressed, it has some pinkish colors to it because it's variegated. So it's a really nice sedum. I'm gonna be trying that again. Okay, so our next plant. Okay, so this is my new Golem Jade. Okay, look at that. Look at the shape of the leaves on that one. Okay, it has these like Shrek ears leaves. I think it's the Habit Jade, I believe, but it's related to, or it's another mutation of the Crassula ovata, the jade plant, but this one has these upturned leaves. They're like Shrek's ears. Okay, really nice, and it's my first time trying out this jade. So yeah, we have another tree-like succulent in our collection. Next plant. You can see behind me are our house plants. I brought them outside today because it's a very mild day. It's not very windy, but actually it's getting windy right now. So I'm actually avoiding putting them outside because of the winds that we had recently. They were always getting blown away, so I put them inside. But now that it's much more milder, I'm bringing them out so you can see them. I'm gonna be making a video on them, on these indoor plants. These are Peperomias. I have my other Peperomias back there. We have our ivy right here, wax ivy. So yeah, another video on that. Okay, this is Echeveria madiba. Okay, look at that. This used to be very expensive here in the Philippines, and A lot of people used to spend a lot of money buying this plant, even for a small sized one, but now it's getting more common, and it's getting easier to take a hold of. So it just has some dirt on it, so I just removed it, but yeah, it's looking nice. It's thick, and some other people are saying that the Echeveria madiba is one that is very easy to grow. So for the price it has before, because since it was very expensive back then, and I think that now a lot of propagators have already multiplied this plant several times, so it's gotten really cheap. So I don't think that it will be very hard to grow for me and for you if you're gonna try that. We're just gonna still see if it's easy to grow here in my place. Okay, so let's go on to the next plant. Okay, I believe this is the Peperomia. I can see the flowers on the tips on that one. Okay, so you can probably see that I'm really growing my Peperomia collection. So I have my Peperomia here, a Peperomia right here. Okay, I'm still learning about them, so I haven't made a video on them recently, but I'm hoping that I can make them survive. Yeah, I have another one right here. Okay, another Peperomia. So I have a lot of different varieties. This one. Okay, so yeah, I'm still gonna learn more about them. And this is another one that I've had before, but I'm gonna be trying again. I think I killed the other plant that I had of this one. They call it Nivalis or Dolabriformis on the highlands. Okay, so there's another Peperomia. You can see the bloom stalk it has. It has these spikes, bloom spikes. Okay, so that's how Peperomias flower. It has a lot of mushy leaves below, but I have a lot of stems on this one, so I think that it will recover, and hopefully we can make it recover soon. Now, if you're gonna be trying out Peperomias, I would recommend you put them in a high light location, but not very hot, because Peperomias are sensitive to scorching hot sun. So I would recommend you give them some morning sun, probably in the brightest room in your area, but not scorching, blazing midday sun. So I would avoid putting them in places where they will get afternoon hot sun. Probably early morning sun, something like that, but not full day sun for these Peperomias. They will get very droopy if you give them too much sun, and then they will not perk back up even if you water them. So that will also contribute to them getting rot. If you give them too sun, and then if you overwater them, then they can get rot. Okay, this is another plant that I've had before, Echeveria. I forgot the name really, but it's a really nice Echeveria. It has that nice shape, and it has that nice colors on the sides and the undersides of its leaves. So yeah, really nice Echeveria. I really forgot about the name. Yeah, but it's a nice unique one. It's not one that has a lot of arena. So I've had this plant before, but I've struggled with it, so now I'm gonna be trying again. So that's just what you do with these plants, with these succulents. If one variety or if one plant is not doing well, just buy another and try again. Okay, and this is another one. I also had this plant before, but it also died. So yes, it's another thick leaf succulent. They kind of resemble the chroma, the melaco, so those types. And they're also not the Icavoides variety, so they're a different kind of Echeveria. I'll be posting the name on the screen. Okay, next one. Okay, so this is the variegated Portulacharia. Yes, and it's dry. Okay, we have some roots on that. And I thought that it was a small one, but it's really long. Really nice. We've got two stems here. If you buy Portulacharia, I would recommend that you buy sellers that sell them with more than one stem. I think buying just one stem will not give you a lot of success or a lot of possibilities of success, so it might be better to buy two. Next plant. Okay, so this is the adorable variegated titubans, or apricot, or whatever they call it, because this Graptopetalum or Graptoviria doesn't resemble a titubans, but it's usually sold as a variegated titubans, and it doesn't resemble a titubans at all, the shape of the leaves, but it's really nice, it's adorable, and it has that little variegated pop right there that doesn't have green on it. So yeah, that will not survive if I cut it off. So yeah, we're gonna be trying out this new variety. This is also one of the varieties that used to be very expensive here in the Philippines, but now it's getting more affordable. A lot more sellers are selling this plant right now, local sellers. Next plant. Okay, so this is the Echeveria, another Echeveria, Maxensis Zaragoza. Now I had Zaragoza Echeveria here in my place, but this one doesn't look like it. This one has more green to it, and it's a much more warmer colored Echeveria compared with the one that I have that is much more bluer in color. So I think that this will be a nice different variety. It has these long narrow leaves with dots on the tips, and that's a really nice unique shape for me when it comes to Echeverias, because usually Echeverias would be these chubby wide leaf succulents. So this one will add some interest to my collection. Okay, so we have that. Okay, so this is one that is a fuzzy leafed Echeveria. It has a lot of drop leaves. Oh, it's still dropping more. So I think this is one of the fuzzy type Echeverias. It has a lot of drop leaves, so I'm gonna propagate that later. But yeah, it's really thick, and I think this is comparable to our Joan Daniels succulent. Okay, so I'm not sure, but this is a fuzzy leafed Echeveria. Okay, so really this is the reason why I would recommend that you buy bigger succulents if you're gonna be buying them online, because they can still drop leaves while in shipping. So if you buy a small one and they drop a lot of leaves, it will be very difficult to recover from. So now, since it has a lot of leaves, even if it drops some, it can still survive. Okay, as long as you manage to take care of the leaves in the center, just so long as those doesn't drop, because if those drop, then the plant will really have no energy anymore, and it will be very difficult to grow if it's just a bare stem. So just make sure that the heads still have some leaves on them. Okay, we're gonna go to our next one. It's kind of a peaceful time here in my area because it was very noisy after the new year. Oh no, I get another Madiba. Is this a free one? I think I only bought one, and I have another one. Really nice. But I believe I only bought one. So why do I have another one? Is that a freebie? Oh, that's really nice. Very thoughtful of them. It's not a full rosette of Madiba, but it's still a very firm, very healthy looking plant. Okay, so we have another one. And I'm really thinking about how I will be planting this Madiba, because this type of Echeveria is a wide grower. It grows very large, very quickly. It's not a very small type Echeveria. Okay, so I think this is Echeveria Starlight. So yeah, that's the last plant we have. Okay, I used to have this plant. I already have this plant and it's growing, and my Starlight right now is actually doing quite well. So I'm really happy that we got another one, another freebie. Okay, so there's that. Really nice. Now let me just clean up the table a little bit, and then I'll be showing to you all the plants that we have here. Okay, so here they are. Okay, I haven't managed to clean up everything, but here they are. Here is our Golem Jade. Really nice, really large. Okay, yeah, that will go nicely beside our jade plant in the greenhouse. We have our barbecue crassula right here with the knife behind it. Okay, let me just set this aside. We have our Peperomia here. Okay, really nice, really large clump. Okay, we have our Dromiscus, or Anacampseros, I mean. We have our Anacampseros here. Okay, really nice. Also have our Sedum Aurora right here. I think I don't wanna put it up. I don't wanna remove it because it will just drop leaves. Okay, we have our Echeveria Red Noble, kind of etiolated at the center, but nothing that can't be fixed. We have our Madiba. Okay, first Madiba. We have our other Echeverias right here. Really nice, really nice. I think this is a green smile, the one they call the green smile. Okay, really nice. Okay, I think it starts with the S. I forgot the name really. We have our another Madiba right here, really nice. And then our Titubans. Let's look at the colors on that one, really nice. It's really stunning. Okay, we have our freebie, the Echeveria Starlight. I think everyone uses this plant as a freebie because it's a clumping succulent. It grows really quick. If you manage to establish it, it will produce a lot of clumps. Yeah, and still it's not a very cheap succulent to buy, but everyone who sells expensive succulents has a spare starlight to give away, okay, as a freebie. We have our Zaragoza. Okay, it has a lot of bloom stalks, and I think I'm really planning to remove the bloom stalks in the greenhouse. It's really currently the blooming season of echeverias here in my area. I have a lot of echeverias that are blooming right now, and I also have a lot of mealybugs because of that. This is our John Daniels, I think. Okay, echeveria, kind of etiolated, but it's a fuzzy type echeveria. And we have our Portulacharia variegated one here. I think there are other types of Portulacharia out there. I don't know if they're available in the Philippines, but there are some that grow in a hanging type fashion. So yeah, we're gonna be adding that plant into our collection. I find these ones really easy to grow and they don't deteriorate right away if you neglect them, but if you water them, they will just produce a lot of stems. So that's a really nice succulent to have. Okay, so there they are. So yeah, here are all the plants that I have, and I'm gonna be posting some updates on them soon. Probably I will make new care videos, care guide videos on these plants once I really study them, once I really learn how to make them grow and make them thrive. So yeah, please make sure to hit the subscribe so that you won't miss it. Also, I'll be making a video on these indoor plants that I have here, succulents, peperomias. Okay, I'll be featuring them in our next video, so please subscribe so that you won't miss any of it. And if you really like this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, I think that's about it. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.